Welcome to the show where we start with hello, hi, and welcome back to my Chanel. Lol, I'm ripping off, what's her face? Salem Tovar's, introduction. Welcome back to my channel. I like the way she says, welcome back to my Chanel. Lol. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Lol. Who are you ripping off now? No one. So yeah, today I would like to do a reaction video. I'm going to do a reaction video. Another Melanie King reaction video. Now, I am interested in doing this reaction video because I, once again, feel like she's off base with something that she said. So, I'm reacting to this because I just want to share my thoughts. I just want to share my thoughts on the way that she handled herself and the situation during one of her live call-in shows, which was, I don't remember what day, either way, during one of her live call-in shows, and she was speaking to this guy. And yeah, my intent is to be as objective as possible while being honest, objective in the sense that, like, I'm going to be subjective. I'm going to give my opinion while still recognizing things beyond my opinion, that's I just want to be as objective as possible in that regard while still, saying this is how I feel. Yeah, so I already watched this. I already watched what I am about to react to, and while I was just watching this, I was just like, gosh, I just want to make a video because I really want to, like I said earlier, I really want to share my perspective. And I did leave a comment because, I am a commenter extraordinaire. I did leave a comment, but I want to make a video about it because it's for me, just like what I'm reacting to is, this is just an example, it's like the way what I have to say for me is like, this is just an example that I'm referring to and commenting on. Does that sentence make sense? But yeah, let's dive in. Now I'm ripping off Doc Rich, lol. Let's go. Cool. Okay. Here we are in terms of the video. So I'm starting at the 1 hour, 34 minute, and 27 second mark. That's only relevant for me in my video editing. And play.
You know it was you. You know it was you. No, it's not Wheezy. It kind of, what's his name?
No, my name's Ethan.
No, you look like two people. Got a little bit of like Nipsey Hussle in the eyes, a little bit in the area. Whatever. How you doing tonight? What you got for me?
Hey, yeah. So I saw you on my feed like earlier this week, right? So I was like, who's this woman here? And initially I thought your show was like similar to the other chick named Kendra G, or like women calling in or whatever, but I know this niggas be calling you all the time. I'm like, what these niggas be calling you for? Like, like, what are you giving them for these niggas to keep calling? And
notice how she's already getting pissed.
I'm realizing these niggas are calling you, with their problems and stuff, like, asking for advice and all that, and it's making me think,
she's doing the false. I'm definitely listening to you in a civil fashion, but she's ready to strike already. And that's a part of what I really wanted to react to. But let me not respond too early. I think it's too early for me to talk.
I don't want to offend these niggas, but like, what is your perception of these guys? Like, what is your true perception of these guys calling you about their issues in life? Like,
okay. So The
time
first time
I
I
watched
watched
this,
this,
the first
the
time I
first time I
watched
watched
this,
this,
and the
and the
guy was
guy was
like, "What
like,
is your
"What is your
true
true
perception?"
perception?"
I was like, "What do you mean true
True
perception?"
perception?
Very
Very
much like
much
the
like the
same
same
facial
facial
quirk that
quirk
you
that you
saw her
saw her
do.
do.
What do you
What do you
mean
mean
true
true
perception?
perception?
You know,
Because that's
because that's
implying
implying
that
that
she has
she
a
has a
false
false
that she
that
puts
she
on
puts
a
on a
face
face
of
of
her
her
perception
perception
of
of
of these
of these
guys
guys
that are
that are
calling her
calling
in
her
and
in and
everything.
everything.
So I was just
So I
like,
was
what
just
do you
like,
mean
what do you
true
mean true
perception?
perception?
Maybe.
Maybe. And we're back.
The last caller asking you about what he's supposed to do with his daughter and so forth. You as like damn man, like these niggas are really calling you about that. Like when like they should already know the answer to it. Or like do you view it as well? Maybe he's genuinely calling and asking me about you know my advice and like what I really feel he should do. Because and the reason I'm asking this because I think you seem to be a bright female, so I think you see that these calls coming in to you as a symptom of our current state of society in regards to men
Well, let me
and
ask
the
you,
whole.
what do you think I think? Because I think you
Okay,
think
well,
of it a certain
so
way, and you think I
so
think of it a certain way. So just give me that in one line.
so I think you think that these niggas out here in our society, in our Western society, are so sorry that you can even monetize the shit out of it. And and
Hold
and,
on one
and it's
second. Big Troll, thank you, boo. You a member? I thought you were a member. You told me you didn't have that extra. You put that thing back at Dollar Tree. You know you did. Thank you, boo. So I'm monetizing what?
I think that you think that
Look at her being fake civil. Oh, lol. I find it so funny when people do that. Ah.
the niggas in the West in the United States are so sorry minded for them to even be calling you about advice that you see a niche for you to monetize, which
No,
is
why do you
all
think
good and
that?
dandy.
Why do you think that? What indicators do you have about
Well,
me that that's
well,
true?
well, well because
How
what
did
I
you formulate that?
Look at her starting to get pissed. Look at her. Like you can, the mouth is starting to. Gosh. Let me just say that because I watched the entire thing, and I'm gonna have reactions like as I go, but I'll just come out right and think that I feel like she completely overreacted. Like I feel she just completely overreacted, and I think she looked like a fool. Um, yeah, that it was completely unnecessary the way that she responded to the situation. The aggression she's starting to show right now is just like, girl, relax, relax. But let's keep going. That's why I'm like laughing and smiling already because I'm just like, oh my gosh, lady girl, calm down. Okay, let's go. Which is fair. So I would like to note that she asked him if, you just heard this, but I'll note it. I'll pin it that she told him that he's reacting based. Well, no, she didn't say that. She asked him if his opinion was based on feelings or facts. He admitted it was based on feelings. yeah, so she said, it seems to be what you feel about them and you're putting that on me. And to which I would say, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that is what he feels about them, and he's wondering if she feels the same way, right? If that's what she's doing. Because what I think about this guy is that he's jaded. He's jaded, and he doesn't have much belief in women's sincerity. Yeah, I don't think he believes in women's sincerity. And it's sad. And this is one of the reasons why I was just so unimpressed with the way she responds to him, because it's gonna get so much worse than this. I mean, worse according to me. Because this guy is, because I mean, superficially, I think that she's right in the position she has regards to him, because he's not coming from a place of I don't know, trust and like support and stuff. He's coming from a place of jadedness, but I feel like not just jadedness, like I said, I feel like it's sad, and I feel like he has disappointment in him in regards to women and his relations with women. And what is disappointing to me in her reaction, we're just at the beginning of it, is the fact that this is her calling, right? She's very proud to speak about how this is her calling. She's realizing it's her calling. She's real proud of it and everything. Wonderful. And she believes that she's a great solution for helping people, right? Dope. But now I feel, and this is something that I said in the comment that I left on her video, that she poorly handled the situation. And actually, let me find the comment. Let me find the comment. Let me read it. Straight up. Straight up, word up. Lol, okay. Stop talking. Stop talking. Oh, he's all sweating and stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So here's what I said. Do I have a reply? Did I get a reply to my comment? Lol. That's hilarious. I just saw that someone responded to the comment that I left, and I'm just like, okay. So what I said, essentially, I'm gonna give you, this was basically my reaction, but now I'm reacting live. So you can just stop watching the video after you've heard me say this, and be done with it. But guys, please keep watching. It really helps with the algorithm. Lol. I'm being ironic, right? But it's literally true. But I'm currently at a state where I don't care. So that's why I'm being ironic like that. But if I was like, I'm depending on YouTube for all of my money, yeah, I wouldn't say it ironically. But yeah, anyway, okay. So, ma'am, you took it way too personally with that man who you esteemed was belittling other people. She's gonna get to that. She's gonna say that. You were prideful as much as you say he was. She's gonna get to saying that as well. I believe you still need to grow in your response to people, particularly in this calling of yours to help. Everyone coming to you that you can help, not even that you want to help, but that you can help, because helping is a selfless thing regardless of whether you want to do it or not. It's a calling. You have a calling to help. That means that it's even beyond you. It's beyond your selfish desire. Okay? So, not everyone coming to you that you can help will come as an angel of light. Meaning, not everyone will make you feel like Superwoman needed to come to the rescue. You do not have to get defensive by that. It would behoove you to grow more objective and less affected by what people think about you. Because if indeed you have confidence and ownership of your calling, one person having a perspective that belittles it shouldn't shake you this way. If it does, then you are still having expectations that the world around you should validate you. And that sensitive response can get in the way of you fulfilling the selfless duties of your calling when faced with such a person, such as that gentleman. Indeed, you were right to say that he has issues he would need help with, like we all do. But with that attack mode you were on, you weren't drawing out of him the necessary vulnerability. All in all, in order to put someone in their place, you don't need to attack them or even be offended in the first place. So this is the gist of how I felt about the way she reacted. She got all up in her feelings, and she loves to go on about how other people need to bring facts and not do things based on feelings. And I'm like, girl, this was just emotion central. I couldn't even hear what you were saying for all the crying in your voice. But let's just keep going. I'm getting ahead of myself. Short version.
This way, but you are
Well, I
projecting
guess,
the way you feel onto me.
well, I guess I'm putting myself in your shoes and saying, well, if I was a woman, a pretty woman like you, and I see that there's a niche
And
that
you
I
see,
can,
this is precisely what I was saying earlier. He said, I'm putting myself in your shoes, and I think if I was a woman, a pretty woman like you, he's showing, through the words that he's saying, he's confirming what I said earlier about the fact that he has had pain in regards to women. I mean, actually, is he confirming that? This is actually me continuing to feel as though he's showing those signs of that disappointment he's had with women, and that he has this vision of pretty women as being heartbreakers and users and everything. And so he wants to understand, are you really wanting to help people, or are you just another pretty woman who's playing people, you know? And even if he is wrong, where am I looking? I'm looking at my curtain. I don't know why. Even if he is wrong in saying that, right? You don't need to get angry. You really don't need to get angry in response to him, especially if you have the calling to help people. You don't need to be mad at him. You need to recognize that, wow, it is such a shame that this guy has been so hurt by life that this is the things that he assumes of people without having the proof and the facts for it. It's sad. And now I can come to his aid rather than what you're going to see her do, which is just ridiculous.
I would do the same thing. So yes, I
I
am
mean, look at
in.
the utter disrespect. This is one of the things that I just find so grating about women who, because this is something I've noticed mostly with women. Let's just be very clear about this. I don't think I've ever seen any man's channel that I watch who acts like this. But women, I mean, these are some of the YouTubers that I've watched, right? They have strong magnetism, charisma. They're attractive, and when they're on their platform, they do this thing. And that also, it's not just a thing that I've seen on YouTube. I've also seen women do that, and also men. I've seen more men do that, like in person, than I've seen them do on YouTube. But it's this thing where you're talking to someone, like you're talking to someone and you're supposed to be engaging with them, giving them your attention, but you're trying to make yourself seem so superior to the conversation that you're just, you're fiddling around with whatever. You're just like, doing your makeup and stuff, looking at your phone because you're so cool like that and blah, blah, blah. It's like, can you just give respect to the conversation, even if you don't agree with what the person is saying to you? It doesn't matter. Be a grown-up, because that's childish. This woman is 40 years old. She is 40 years old, and she likes to remind us that she is, right? So act like an adult. That's so childish. So I really just don't like, I did not appreciate that whatsoever. Like, seriously, is that how you want your children to act? You think that it'll be like, this is really how a graceful woman behaves. She's having a conversation, even if she doesn't agree with the person she's talking to. Yes, you should definitely, pull out your brush, do your makeup and everything. That's super respectful. Yeah, I'm so nonchalant about what you're saying because this is my channel and I own this ish. Ugh. Yeah, like I said to another commenter on the same video who was commenting on this particular incident, I said that she did not check this guy at all. She was just throwing her power around, because that's it. She's just throwing her power around trying to make herself feel better. Ugh. Very much like my narcissistic boss. Very similar. Very, very similar. And just like I was with her, unimpressed. Keep going.
Even though projecting my nefarious, I guess, motive on you. So I'm just trying to, I guess, validate is that what you're doing or not? You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't you just straight up ask me why I'm doing this instead of just assuming?
I did.
And the thing is, it's true, he did. You know, he did ask you, is this what you're doing or not? He did ask. She just didn't like the fact that he phrased his question with what he believes. She doesn't like the fact that he said that this is what I believe you're doing, and I'm putting that in my question. And he admitted and owned up to the fact that he is putting his own nefarious thoughts on her. So he knows that he's wrong, but he's being straight. That's the thing. It's like, let's keep going.
No, you didn't. You just gave this whole thing about what you think I think and what this, that, and the other. Why don't you just ask me straight up instead of like assuming?
Well, I thought I was doing it. I mean, I didn't want to come off, you know.
No. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So
I think this is. I think your train of thought. Why do you think men should just know this, and they should? Where should they go and get advice?
From their fathers, but you know, we live in a fatherless society, so that's why there's this vacuum. And that's why
even people who have fathers, you think everybody can get knowledgeable advice from their father?
I think the majority of the niggas that call you didn't grow up with everyday fathers in their life, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
But why? But what would indicate? Because this is what I'm saying.
So the last dude called you about his daughter, right? What he should do about his daughter. You know, he should already know that already. He should be already.
Why? Why should he know that?
He's a man. Because he's a man.
So a man just
he's
is
in his 40s.
When his mama squirted him out his vagina, he needed no help in this world. Just him being a man and having a penis, he should just know.
No, what I'm saying is, when a man comes out, he should have two parents raised up and be built for.
Was. Well, this girl needs to calm down. I'm just like, girl, chill. Gosh, and the thing is, I understand how she feels because we have some similarities in personality traits, you know. So I understand what she's feeling, and I know that when I react like that, I need to chill. I'm like, girl, you need to chill, because this is too much. This is too much, too unnecessary, especially in your line of work with your calling. Chill. Gosh, stop taking it so personally, you know. It's like because the thing is, like, particularly with her interest in psychology, you know, I feel like she does have a propensity towards this woman, Melanie King. I mean, who else would you be talking about? Let me just give context. Oh my baby. Yeah. So I feel like she has a propensity towards. She has a propensity, rather than propensity. I feel like she has the capacity to be a psychologist, and you know, I would definitely encourage her to get a degree in that. I feel like that's something that she would eventually do in her life. So if you've watched some of her videos, you know she has a strong interest in psychology. So what she's doing is highly psychological in nature. You know, she's trying to give more psychologically oriented advice on life. My baby boy. Yeah. And so what I was just gonna say in regards to that is that because she's going in that direction, you know, there's a certain level of objectivity that you have to have when you're going to be giving psychologically based advice, because a therapist can be pissed off by what a patient is going to say to them, but you're not going to start arguing with your patient. Like, that's just sad. That is sad. It's very, very sad. It's like, girl, how are you out here trying to help me when you don't even have your emotions under control? When you aren't self-possessed enough to have someone come to you for help? Because like I said, again, like in that comment, not everyone's going to come to you saying, you're Superwoman, I need your help. No. Some people are going to come to you thinking that you're nothing, but they still need your help. Don't start getting all upset because they think that you're nothing. Okay, I'm gonna put my baby down. He's sleeping, deeping. Okay, so got my baby back. The moment I set him down, I'm just like, babies. They'll do that to you. To all those who don't have babies yet, put your baby down while he's asleep in your arms. He'll wake up. That's why they say don't let your baby fall asleep in your arms. But well, it's too late for me. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, 1 minute 40 and 40. 1 minute, 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 40 seconds.
Having a child, and once that child comes out,
This is Disney. This is Disney.
It is Disney.
Now I gotta get my soundboard so I can just start playing. Oh, Prince.
Right. So, she thinks she's all funny and stuff because she's saying it's Disney, right? But you know what else is Disney? It's also Disney. It's also very much Disney to have the expectation that he should come to you respond to you the way, not even respond because he would be talking first, but that he should come to you with what he wants to say the way that you want to hear it, right? Because she would rather have heard him ask outright what she wants, as opposed to accepting the fact that he said it the way that he said it. That's also Disney, sweetie. That's also Disney. Gosh. Moving on. Yeah, let's go.
Like, I just need that sound when I hear the Disney. And I got a lot of Disney sounds that would trip y'all out. But no, this is Disney. I know what everybody should have, but they don't.
Yeah, so this other thing that I was saying about throwing her power around, another disrespectful thing. You're in the middle of a conversation with someone and then you just start talking for yourself like this because it's my channel, so therefore I have the right to stop observing politeness in conversation rules. Like, okay, so because it's my channel, I get to just, say, no, she didn't even tell him, excuse me, I want to say this. I'm just going to interrupt you and say to everyone. And this is something that people do when they want to throw their power around in conversations. They don't like how it's going and they just want to show that I'm the dominant one here. And I just like, this is why I wanted to do this reaction video. I despise abuse of power. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate seeing people who are in a position of power not know how to handle it, not know how to manage it. Because you don't need to do what you're doing right now in order to be in the power position. And you don't even need to be in the power position. Because there's no humility in the way she's behaving. There's no humility in it whatsoever. That is incredibly proud. She's going to tell him that he's being proud. Girl, please. Girl, please. Let's go.
And people are actually having issues. They don't have the resource of the people in life to give it to them. They may respect my opinion because they like my takes. They feel like they can trust me with what they have to say, and I'll give sound advice. For me, it is belittling of who I am to think they're just calling up. No. I'm talking. So
okay, so she's talking, right? And that's super important. But he was talking and you decided to have your little, I need to get a soundboard and call people about, oh, Disney, ho 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 ho. Right, so that wasn't worthy of respecting at that point, but no, because you're talking and it's your platform. So, right. But yeah, this is the thing that I was saying. She says it's belittling of me. So what? So what if it's belittling of you? Is your calling about yourself? Or is it about the people that you want to help? Because it just seems like it's about you. It just seems like it's about you. Wow, guys, I've had this calling my whole life, and you guys are just here to fulfill my calling. Not everyone is going to come to you as your best friend. So what if it's belittling to you? Get over yourself. Help the person. Now, everything that I'm saying right now, I'm very aware of the fact that this is not the end all be all for this woman, you know? She's still growing as a person. There is all the possibility in the world, and I pray that she will realize that she doesn't need to be acting the way that she is now. And I don't know if I want to say this now or if I should wait a bit later. I'll say it later. Let's just wait because there's more. It's not over. I think there's maybe like 5 to 6 more minutes of this. Let's go. Yeah, we're already at 32 minutes. I'm like, girl, why do you talk so much? Because it's my channel and I get to. I'm being ironic. But it's also true. But I'm being ironic. Play.
We're not going to do that. So I work at this. This is my business. This is my job. I take pride in helping people. This is my calling. If I
take pride in helping people. This is my calling. And because it's my calling, you need to respect it the way that I respect it. Because everyone has the expectation to do as I please in regards to my calling. If you don't kiss my feet as regards to my calling, if you don't tell me that my calling is God's calling itself, chill. No one has to care. No one has the obligation to even care that it's your calling. So relax. That's the thing. It's like, if you want to go into the game, if you want to get into the psychology game, you need to have the awareness of all the different reactions that people can have to you. And you need to get over yourself in regards to the way that people will react to you. Get over it. Get over it. No one needs to care that it's your calling. No one needs to act as if it's super important, okay? It's only to you. You're the only one who needs to know how important it is. You're the only one who needs to, stand for a minute. It's belittling to me. So what? That's how you're taking it. That is how you've chosen to take it. You don't have to take it that way. Even if what he's saying is belittling, you don't have to take it that way. It's like you're allowing what he's saying to make you feel somehow, some kind of way about yourself. Chill. It clearly shows that other people's opinions of you still matter quite a great deal to you. Because you can't just be Teflon in the face of it. You can't be bulletproof in the face of it. This is how you're reacting. You need to tell him that it's belittling to you to say that. Who cares?
Every man should just know everything, and they should just know what to do. Why is there help for anybody? Why would anyone ever need help? Counseling, wisdom, a friend. They should just self-sustain with what they know and who they are. I mean, it's Disney that everyone was equipped 100% with everything.
Again, with her, she loves to talk about the Disney and the magical thinking as if she's somehow immune from this, as if she's immune to that. Because in all of her videos, she talks about, because she speaks to different people who do have, delusional thinking and all that jazz, but that's also delusional on her part. Completely delusional to think that he needs to be speaking to her in a way that makes her feel validated in her calling. It's my calling. Okay, great. Very Disney of you to believe that I should care so much that I'm going to put a red carpet under your calling so it feels nice and cushioned and important. Relax. Ugh.
That they need in life. And even if they are, they're still human. They make mistakes. They have things happen to them that aren't their fault. They have trauma they have to heal from. There are things they just don't know until somebody else tells them. I think it's selfish. And it's a selfish mentality to everyone to himself. Why do they need help? Why is it your business why they need help? Why are you so self-righteous and on this high horse and judging others? If you can self-sustain...
Girl, what? Girl, what are you talking about? First of all, self-righteous does not mean judging others. No, that's not what self-righteous means. Self-righteousness means that you think that you are righteous of yourself, by yourself, without God. That's what it is to be self-righteous. Righteousness is being righteous through God. So, passing judgment is a part of righteousness. Passing righteous judgment. And that righteous judgment comes from what God has ordained to be true. So he's not being self-righteous, because he's not saying that he's right because of himself, right? But even that being said, she's also being self-righteous and judging people according to her use of self-righteous. She's also judging him. What makes her think that she can judge him? Oh, because he judged me first. Okay, so you want to be someone who helps people and you have that childish mentality, that petty, he did it to me first, so I'm going to do it to him too type of mentality. Like, I don't know. It's like, I'm just wondering, like, how are people not seeing this? Am I crazy? Am I crazy for seeing this? I don't think I'm crazy. I really don't. I think that that's real, because I see anyone act like that, anybody, and I'm just like, this is off. This is off. You're being hypocritical right now. The standard you're holding him to, you're also not living up to it. You're being self-righteous. You're being Disney. Anyone needs help, blah blah blah. So here I am, not helping. Actually, well, that's not true. It's not true that she's not helping. What she's saying about the fact that, she's reminding him that it's okay for people to need help. I absolutely agree with that. That's exactly what, she needs to say to him, that it's okay for people to need help. But the attack that she has within that, it's all coming from her from her being vexed. Not helpful. Excuse me.
You don't need anybody to help you or give you wisdom. You don't have hardship. You're not curious about things, whatever. If you got it like that, then Godspeed. But you're not going to judge the motives of other people. That's your belittling arrogance, honestly. And quite frankly, pride, because pride comes before the fall.
Right, coming from the person who can't stop talking about how it's her calling and how she just has this power and everything. Like, that's not pride, right? Like, that's not pride. That's not pride. To toot your own horn like this and to keep on saying it over and over, and that's not pride. That's humility and modesty at its finest. Girl, please. Girl, please. And okay, cool. The thing is, for me, it's not even about what this guy is saying. For me, it's the hypocrisy. It's her hypocrisy that I'm mostly responding to. It's the hubris for me. Okay. I'm just gonna pause the recording because my fiance is calling me. So I'm back. And I just, I'm reacting, and I still, like I said, I want to keep being as objective as possible while being subjective, because like I said, I'm giving my opinion, but I want to be very objective in what I'm basing my opinion on, in terms of what I'm seeing and yeah. Okay, let's go. Playo, 1 minute, 1 hour, 42 minutes, 51 seconds.
You will need help. You will need help, and possibly now. Just even the way you speak. Every other word is ninja this, ninja that. I think I need to help you correct that.
Lol. I think I need to help you correct that. I mean, you don't think that's pride right there?
Well, I apologize for coming off like that way, but that wasn't my intention. I just genuinely felt like you had a good niche going on, and I felt like you were exploiting it.
No, it was disingenuous. And no. I'm not going to let you give this false platitude. Sorry, you came on to belittle other people. You still hold those beliefs.
No, I did not.
No, and you tried to wrap it up in a bow. It was belittling. They should just know as a man. Who are you to tell?
See, the thing is, what I want to say right here is, I don't agree. I don't agree with what she's saying. That I don't agree that he was being disingenuous. I really don't think that at all. I think he was very honest from the get-go about what he thinks. Yeah, I think he was honest from the get-go about what he thinks, and I don't think that he was. I mean, I can totally be wrong. I can totally be wrong. But from what I'm getting, I don't think that he was. I don't even know how to explain it. like, what I'm getting from him is that he's honest. He's honest in what he thinks. He's honest in what he wanted to know. And yeah, I do think that he doesn't understand why people are asking for this advice, like they should know this and everything, right? I don't think that he thinks he's belittling people. I really don't think that that's how he sees it, you know? Even if that's what he's doing, I don't think that that's how he sees it. So because I don't think that this is how he sees it, I don't think he's being disingenuous, because he's not even seeing it the way that would be required of him to see it in order for him to be disingenuous. Like, yeah, I'm not getting that vibe from him. I think he's off base in the way that he's thinking. I agree with her in the fact that he's off base in how he's thinking, you know, that people should know or whatever. Like, I agree with that, but I don't think that he's doing it like nefariously, you know? Like, I do think that he wanted to, you know, to know what she thought and everything, but I don't think that anyway, yeah. Someone in the comments left a comment that was, you know, that was pretty much agreeing with me, maybe not necessarily agreeing with me, but that stood on my side of the fence in terms of positions to her reaction to this guy. And the person said that he had a point, that he had some good points. And essentially for me, it's like, I feel like what she's not accepting in this interaction is the fact that many men don't see women as the source of advice for men. I'm not just going to say men's issues, but just for men and the issues that they have. I'm not going to say men's issues, but just for the issues that men have. Many men don't see that. And she's not considering that that's a reality and that this is how some people think. So it's almost like this is the first time she's heard of someone not thinking that a man can go to a woman. And she's just, for me, it's like she's just showing her ignorance of the different mindsets that people can hold. And because she's not aware of that mindset, it's hitting her almost as if for the first time, and she's taking it personally, as opposed to having the awareness that this is how people think, and I can take it or I can leave it. I don't have to be affected by it, regardless of if it's going against me. It doesn't matter. I know me, right? I stand firm in myself. I don't need to get offended because I understand the mindset that the person has, you know? Okay, play. 1 minute. 1 minute. Why do I keep saying that? 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 37 seconds.
Are you reached the pinnacles of success as a man to tell other men how they should be?
Have you reached the pinnacles of success in psychology to tell people how to perceive
or judge
in their thinking?
Other people?
Girl, shut up. Excuse me. She's telling him that he cannot, because he's not perfect, he can't judge or speak or blah blah blah. But she's not perfect, and she's judging and speaking and giving people advice. So like, I don't know why she feels like she's allowed to do that, but he's not allowed to do that. I keep looking at the curtain. I'm sorry, I don't know why. Why do I keep doing that? I'm imagining there's someone there, and that's what I'm talking to, but I need to be imagining that in the camera. I'm usually good at that, lol. What's up? But yeah. I'm like, girl, double standards. Chillax. You're doing the same thing he's doing. And I'm probably doing the same thing you're doing, so I need to shut up. Nah, I'm not gonna shut up. Because that's the thing. No one's gonna shut up. No one is going to shut up and wait until they've hit perfection to say anything, because that's not reality. So you don't need to hold him to that standard that no one is ever going to live by. Come on, girl.
You're not them. You don't walk in their shoes. And quite frankly, if we were to dissect your life, there are probably many pockets that need help as well. We all need it.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything that in his life there's pockets that need help and blah blah blah? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, okay, yeah, there are, but what's your point? What does that have to do with what I came here for, asking you a question, blah blah blah? Yeah, you're trying to make the point that everyone needs help. Okay, cool. That I wasn't going against that necessarily, you know, because he said that they should learn it from their fathers. He didn't say that they shouldn't learn it from anyone. Of course, yes, I'm not discounting the fact that she brought up the point that not everyone has fathers, right? But I'm just saying, you know, don't lose sight of the details.
I mean, I guess with that logic, you know what I'm saying, you know, you're a woman and then they're asking for advice, but you
Yes,
not being a
I have a
man.
vagina. I have a vagina. I have a vagina, and
Why is she taking it so personally? I'm just like, girl, I didn't know that you were that much of a feminist. That you're gonna be like, I have a vagina and there is pride in my vagina. Calm down, girl. That's the thing. It's like, for someone who is doing these videos about men and how they think, like I was saying earlier, it's like you're not aware of the fact that there are many men. Come to a conservative country, you'll find more, who don't see women as the go-to source for advice. Like, so why are you taking such offense to a man who's showing you that perspective that many men have? Like, what? I take no offense in it. Why would I be offended by that? I understand that that's how you think. Now I can tell you and I can show you that, you know, that doesn't have to be true, that you can come to a woman for advice and blah blah blah. But I don't need to be like, I'm a woman, I have a vagina, and it's okay, I do have good advice. Oh my gosh. Relax. Yeah, I'm telling myself that right now. Relax. I'm also telling her that. Relax. Like,
I mean, yeah, I know that, but I was gonna make a point, but I mean, I think you're getting kind
I'm a
of
woman
being
talking to men.
so she keeps interrupting him. But then when she's talking, oh no, you need to be quiet. Because right now, a goddess is talking. Let him talk. Huh.
It's just nonsensical. I'm a woman talking to men. Men should get it from men. Then they can go to men. I don't know anybody else who is doing this that I'm doing right now.
So you think you're special? Because you don't know anyone else?
It's one of a kind.
Lol, do you hear? It's one of a kind. Right, so she spoke earlier. She spoke of the arrogance that he was showing, the pride that he was showing. What about these statements? I don't know anyone else who's doing what I'm doing right now. It's one of a kind. I'm super special. Everyone needs me because they have nowhere else to go. I'm the only one. Girl, shut up. Do you speak every single language in this world to know that all the different YouTube videos are out there? Like, because I'm sure there's YouTube videos in languages that you don't speak. Do you know what they're talking about? Do you know what they're doing? Have you gone all over YouTube, and you've seen everything that everyone has done to know that you are the only one and you're one of a kind? I'm one of a kind. I'm special edition. I'm Melanie King. Girl, relax. Like, seriously. 40 years old, ma'am. You're 40 years old, but of course age doesn't mean anything, honestly. We would hope, it's idealistic to believe that at this age you'd have more maturity than that. But you don't have to. You don't have to, because wisdom does not come with age. Necessarily. It's one of a kind. Girl, what? Wow. Why are you bringing these things up? I feel like it just has nothing to do with the conversation. She's just bringing stuff up. It's one of a kind. I'm special. Ugh, eye roll.
for
And I'm
this.
not, and I'm not knocking you for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
No,
you
I'm not.
are.
no,
Yes,
he's
you
No,
not.
are.
I'm
Yes,
not.
you are.
He's not knocking you for it. He's really, really not. You feel knocked because he didn't come to you and say that. I recognize that you're doing your calling and that it is extremely noble. And I give you a medal of honor for the calling that you're doing. He's not knocking you for it. He's really not. Remember that he has a hustler type of mindset. He thinks you're another hustler. And by hustler, I don't just mean the person who's trying to work. I mean hustler in the sense of swindler, scammer. And, maybe I'm going a little bit too far in terms of saying like scammer. But he has that mindset of, people are going to get their money where they're going to get it. And he thinks that that's what you're doing. That's what he came in with. He came in thinking that you're going to get your money where you're going to get it. Good for you. He just wants to understand what's going through your mind. He's not knocking you for having found your niche, because this is what he said. He says that, I figure that you found your niche where you can make money because the men are so sorry that blah, 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 blah. Now confirm or deny what I believe. But from what I believe, you found your niche. I'm speaking from his perspective here. And I'm not knocking you for it. I'm not telling you to stop what you're doing. So, yeah. She's taking it so personally. Oh my gosh. And there's more. There's really more. Oh.
You
No,
are
no, I'm
arrogant
not.
and full of pride.
No,
You
I'm
So
come
not.
are
on here
you.
telling
Nothing.
people how. Yes, you're not gonna overtalk me. That's not what we do. That's not what we do.
You see? Like, honestly, I agree with his smile. Like, listen, look how ridiculous she's acting. She's been over talking him. Oh, but he can't over talk you and actually, respond to what you're saying. No, 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 he can't do that. He can't do that. Ugh, she's childish. I mean, she's being very childish in this regard, Like, in other regards, she's not childish constantly all the time, let's be fair. No. But here, ridiculously childish. Ridiculously childish. I'm shook. So sad. Let's go.
So I'm telling you right now, the way, and listen, I have no smoke for you. I'm not upset with you. I don't dislike you. I'm not
You're not upset with him. I believe that.
trying to disrespect you. What I'm trying to show you
I'm not trying to disrespect you. I believe that.
is your line of thinking right now, how it comes across to others, how it's reading to me.
Yeah, it's reading to you from your vexed perspective. From your vexed perspective. That's not how it came across to me. Like, I understand what he thinks, and I'm not far off in terms of what she thinks, but I'm not butthurt by it in the least. I don't know. Moving on, let's just play. 1 hour, 45 minutes and 13 seconds. It's almost over, I believe.
Alright.
You came
Cool.
on with a dig at me being a woman who was talking to men, and how are these weak men? They need advice from a woman. I mean, they should just know it because they're a man. Maybe because you have a penis, you are just God and know everything in life. But the rest of us are fallen and need help. A penis does not give you wisdom nor knowledge.
Yeah, I don't agree with her take on that, like, whatsoever. I really don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. I think I've articulated that already, but let's see if it'll come to me more as we go. But yeah.
You were making a lot of.
Nor does it make a man. In fact, the strongest men get help. You think the top billionaires, leaders in the world, they're just self-made? No one helped them. They didn't get advice from men and women.
All right, cool. You made your point. Your pandering is on fleek. Hey, and go ahead, continue with
No,
the
and
show.
your
You know
pookie
what I'm
is on
saying?
fleek. You're not gonna tell me I'm pandering, and you come down. You sound like King Simp, and you're upset that other men are waking up, getting help and advice. You want just how you speak lowers my respect level for you.
Okay, I would just like to say, so what? So what if how he speaks lowers your respect level for him? Like, Why are you so important that should matter? Why are you so important that should matter? I will say I didn't hear him say that before. I didn't hear him saying your pandering game is on fleek, you know? Like taking what she said, you know, like taking what she said. She's not doing that for pandering. You know, I don't know what her motives are, right? Like I accept what she's saying, but I obviously know. I mean, I always have my perspective about people potentially be doing it for their own personal egotistical gain. But you know, you take in what the person says, at least, you know. This is in response to this guy who's not accepting what she said to him as an answer. But yeah, he's manifesting precisely the attitude that you see from him, right? That he came in with. But again, you don't have to take it personally.
Ninja this, ninja that. You need help. A man who speaks like that is not of sound mind or mature. And it's not representative of who you should be. Don't unmute yourself.
No. What is this don't unmute yourself nonsense? Gosh.
You're not going to tell me I'm pandering. Because we can go there. If you want to call up me pandering, I'm going to point out things about you.
Haven't you already pointed out things about him? Haven't you already spoken about the way that he speaks, you know? The silver in his mouth. Haven't you already pointed those things out? Haven't you already said that he's arrogant and prideful? Haven't you already started going there? Why are you saying we can go there? You already have been going there. Did you forget? And you're like, what? And why can't he call you pandering? Why can he not call you pandering? Oh, because it affects my pride and my ego. That's why. It knocks at my calling. My calling. My godly calling that you should respect and bow down to. Girl, again with the ego. Like, calm down, lady. Jeez. So what? He can tell you that you're pandering. If you know you're not pandering, okay, great. You don't have to care. You know? Because in the live chat, there was one of her moderators who said something that I completely agree with. She said, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Because I'm just like, girl, you're taking it way too personally. Like, wow, I don't know why you're crying this much foul. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. So why are you being so defensive? Look, I don't know, but I'm just being like, calm down. Calm down. Play.
Like I said, if you have beef, I have a skillet. Let's cook. We can cook and cook and cook. No. See, you like to throw stones and then run and hide. You say pandering. I wasn't meaning it like that. Why do these men need help from a woman? They should just know that they're men. I didn't mean it like that. I said, stop. I don't want to hear your voice. Thank you.
That's so pathetic. And the thing is, like, that kind of attitude, like, I said, stop it. I don't want to hear your voice. Thank you. You know that she feels like she's cool, right? She feels like she's so powerful and she's just like on point. I'm controlled right now. I'm controlling the situation. I told him that he's not going to unmute himself and he's not going to. And anytime he tries to unmute himself, I'm going to put him back in his place. For me, that just feels like immature power. It makes me think of when I was in acting school. And acting school. Well, I wasn't in an acting school. I was in a creative school, but you get it. And when I was at the beginning, I was at the beginning of my my acting career, and I was trying to like get into my acting skin. I was starting to realize the power that I have on stage, the power of my presence, the power of the power that I can have with my focus and with my with my self-control, or self-control, it's not even really self-control, but just with my focus and my intention, with my intensity. I remember that feeling, you feel so powerful. You feel so incredibly powerful, especially if you have like a propensity towards power, right? Acting is something that, especially when you tap into the flow, is something that can really make you realize the power that you have as a person, the power of your presence, your charisma, and everything. So that's why many people who aren't actors also, they take classes and they take these things to make them feel more, because that's precisely what acting does. It teaches you how to, it equips you not only to play well, to be a good actor, play good characters, compelling and everything, but it allows you to be a compelling person. It allows you to be charismatic. It allows you to be influential. Because when you're on stage, the way that you play with your emotions, the way that you play with your breathing, the way that you play with your thought patterns has the power to make people catch their breath waiting for what you're going to do next. And that's not something that just applies when you're playing. It also applies in real life. It's a skill that you learn to have, to do that you develop and that you learn to use, like breathing. So at first, when I was at the beginning of that, I felt so like hungry. I felt just like full of power, I remember how full of myself I felt every single time I went on stage. It was just like, everyone is paying attention to me and I'm the one who's doing this, and everyone is just like, it's quiet in the room and you can just like hear a pin drop and people are just like, they're hooked. And I was starting to realize that, even though I had tapped into the power that I have, I was still very uncontrolled in it. My power was still very raw. I was just now able to, just say for an analogy, I had just learned how to punch, but I didn't know all the different nuances of how I can punch. I still wasn't mastering. I hadn't mastered the different ways that I can nuance my power. And right now, this is what her attitude makes me think of. It's like, this is immature power. It's there. You have raw power, but like I said, it's raw. It's not refined. It's not nuanced. It's not elegant. It's just, I have all this power and I get to use it. But it's not realizing that attitude is weak. That attitude is weak. That attitude is very, very weak. And just the way that she's responding, you're not going to tell me that I'm pandering. You're not going to belittle me, blah, blah, blah. All of this just sounds like someone who has influence, who has charisma, but they lack self-possession. They lack firmness in themselves. They require, and I think I said this earlier already, they require everyone else to say, you're great, you're wonderful, I love you, I stan you, I worship you, you inspire me. Like, they need that. And without that, that's what I'm getting from her. Okay, play. I'm at 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 21 seconds.
So you throw rocks, I didn't mean it like that. Boy, I am not slow. You're a gaslighter. You throw rocks and you run. But I'm outside. So if you're going to say I'm pandering to men, let's go. Bring facts, remove your feelings. Because all you've talked about is your feelings. I will bring facts.
What facts have you brought? You won't bring facts. Okay, what facts have you brought? This whole time. What facts have you brought? I don't know what facts she's brought. But I could be wrong. So please tell me. What facts has she brought? Let's just be very clear. I'm not even on his side. As I've already made clear, like, I understand his perspective. His perspective is off. Okay. I'm not here to really talk about him. I've said things about him, but I'm not really here to talk about him. I'm talking about her. and the way she's pretty much handling her power. This is all this reaction video is about. It's about how is this lady handling her power. Excuse me.
Now you can be unmuted.
Lol.
So now that I can speak, right? You know what I'm saying?
Get to it. Get to it. We don't need a speech. Get to it. I got calls.
I mean,
okay. Get to it. Get to it. We don't need a speech about colors. Like, girl, that's so rude. That's so rude. Like, why are you acting like that? It's so childish. So childish. It's so childish. Like, get to it, get to it. I have blah 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 blah. Like, girl, if he's not worth your time, move on. That's the thing. You're taking it way too personally. You're acting as if you're above what he has to say, but you're still there. You know? And let's be very clear. I don't think I'm above. If you think that I think I'm above, I'm not. I don't think I'm above. I have a very vested interest in this. I very much want to comment on this. And I will still watch her channel. I mean, if I feel like it. That's for the time being. I like it, you know? I like it. But I'm criticizing what I'm seeing, as I will do with everyone. There you go.
Let's go.
Well, look. If I'm going to be able to say what I got to say, don't mute me.
Then just say it. Don't tell me what to do. It's my show. Just speak what you have to say. Don't tell me how to conduct myself. Let's go.
Don't tell you how to conduct yourself. Oh my gosh. You can't be told how to act if you're acting, you know, out of pocket, as they say. You're acting ridiculous. If you want to hear what he has to say, you can't mute him. He's absolutely right to say that. Like, what? It's so childish. This power grab. So power play. It's just nothing but power play. I want to keep my power. Don't tell me what to do. This is my channel. I decide. It's my channel. I'm like, oh my gosh. No one's gonna take it away from you, sweetie, okay? No one is gonna take your channel away from you. If you let him speak, it will still be your channel. It's called having a respectful dialogue. Okay? Oh, was she saying, I have no smoke for you. I don't mean to disrespect you. Ah, boy. He was being disingenuous, and you're being super genuous. Lol, genuous. That's what you're being? So you're being genuous? She's being genuous, y'all. Yes. She's behaving more exemplary than he is. Yes.
You're in my house. We're in my house.
You are pandering to weak-minded men, and you are exploiting it for views. And that is what it is. So make your money, boo, and do what you gotta do.
Did I read it? Guys, when he tried to say, no, I really support you and I like you, did I read the F out of him?
No, you didn't. You really didn't read the F out of him, because he didn't say, I really support you and I like you. I don't recall him saying that at any point. He was saying, you found the niche in which you can make money, make your money. He supports the fact that you're a hustler who's hustling. He never said he liked you like that, so you did not read the F out of him. You really didn't. You really didn't.
Did I
like your hustle.
Shut up. Did I read
like your
hustle?
You shut up. Exactly, like he's saying right now. I like your hustle. She's like, shut up, girl, what? So you see, this is her show, and she's the star, and no one can come on here and actually make people see that she may be flawed, right? Because she says, we're all fallen. Well, he's telling you that. Like, why can't you just let him judge you? Why can't you just let him critique you, girl? Why can't you just let him have his opinion of you and be wrong? Why do you so badly need to have this? Anyway.
Said, be quiet, Pookie. Be quiet. You know what? We're going this completely. You're gonna get a man.
I'm far from a Pookie. I'm far from a
sure.
Pookie.
You know you're right. You're not a
believe
Pookie.
That.
Oh no. with all that
but
silver
no,
in
no.
your mouth?
No, okay. The silver thing, the silver, because I mentioned earlier that she's talking about the silver in his mouth. I was remembering what I had already watched, so this is now that she said that, so my bad. Yeah.
That
She
tenfold
wants.
from Dollar Tree?
But here that she says she's gonna ban him. She's gonna ban him from the channel because what? Because he says that she's pandering and he doesn't believe that she's doing this for the reason she says she's doing this. You're gonna ban him? That's pretty sad. But I mean, of course, you have the right to, right? You can do that. You can ban him, but like, what is that gonna do? Is it gonna make you feel safer about the fact that you are doing what you're doing? By banning him, I am indeed doing this because it's my calling. Oh. Sorry. I've just repeated calling so many times that I've turned it into the character that it was intended to be from the repetition.
I
Keep
know.
on
Keep
pandering
on,
to the
keep on.
dudes
What
to
you
make
want
your
me to do,
money.
Pookeisha?
You know what I'm
Pookeisha,
saying?
what you want me to do?
I'm
Listen,
not.
I'm
I'm not
sorry,
a
your
hater.
bussy is in a bunch. Your
I'm
bussy's
not
in
a
a
hater.
bunch
Yeah, you can
because
call me a bush.
if your money was up, you wouldn't be counting my coins.
That's so funny, you know. What I find so ironic about that is that the fact that she's bringing up the fact that he doesn't have money, right? And because I've been watching a lot of these different things about men and women and relationships, you know, how it's going and stuff, the state of relationships and everything. And I've seen, like, in comments, I've seen men that were saying that, like, kind of like in regards to women being cold or whatever, like they'll hit a man where it hurts in terms of like his capacity to make money, and they're always gonna go first, like I said, they're first gonna go towards the money, right? Emasculating a man, the money. And what's just ironic here in the fact that she went there is the fact that she has this position, I guess you could say, in the internet dating relationship sphere of being an ally to men, right? Ally, using that word, you know, yeah, she's kind of seen that way. But it's interesting how when push has come to shove, you know, in relation to a man, she went for the proverbial jugular, the same way that those men have complained about modern women doing, you know? And she's not seen as a modern woman. But it's just interesting how, but the thing is, like, she's still a woman in the sense that she's going to hit a man where it hurts, and it's where it's the money, right? So it's not even to say that she's ever claimed to not be the type of person who would go there. I'm not saying that she's claimed that about herself. I'm just looking at the image of it in terms of what people think of her and the way she's reacting to him right now. But that doesn't mean that she has ever claimed that she was that person. I'm not saying that at all. Yeah. But anyway, I don't think that bringing up the fact that bringing up his coin has anything to do with it. Like, I mean, she could be completely accurate, right? You know, because he doesn't have money, she's counting his coin, blah blah blah. Like, why does it matter? Like, why does it matter? Because I feel like he can have tons of money and still be like, this chick must be doing this for money. Why does he have to be poor in order to say that? Why? It's she's just being very childish. She's being very childish. Yeah, she's being extremely childish. And the fact that he's so-called being disingenuous is not an excuse to react as childishly as she is. It's really not an excuse, because in terms of energy, his energy is a lot more dominant in this particular situation because he's being cool. He's being very cool, he's being very chilled. He's not taking, you know, everything super personally. Like, I've seen some stuff like this, she said, you know, affect him because he's like, you know, let me talk. Because he's right in saying that. But for the most part, he's very much like, you know, he's going to be respectful to you, right? He's telling you what he thinks, and what he thinks is not respectful to you, but he's not coming at you in a disrespectful fashion. Maybe he's saying something disrespectful, but then again, you can still stay cool within that. He's being cool, you be cool. Because you acting so emotional, so heated up like that. Ugh. My gosh. It's just it just sounds like noise. It just sounds like just sounds like your butt hurt. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like your butt hurt. And there was another person in the live chat, and this wasn't a moderator, this was someone watching, who said Melanie is being emotional AF. And I'm just like, okay, well, someone else is saying this, because most people because most of our audience is men, right? So many of them were just like, wow, fire, like, those kinds of things, like, yeah, get him, blah 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 blah. And my opinion is that most people who stan anyone lack they lack perspective of the person that they stan, because they idolize the person so much that they don't even see their flaws. So I feel like most of the people and most of the men who are watching her, especially because she's a beautiful woman, right, they have even more rose-colored lenses in regards to how she acts. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I feel like they have even more rose-colored lenses in regards to how she acts, and that they aren't seeing that in this particular moment, because like I agree with so many things that she says, so many things, and then there's stuff like that where I'm just like, girl, calm down. And I feel like most of her audience, because most of them are men, she's beautiful, and yeah, they're caught in the web of being a stan. They're not objectively seeing the way she's acting right now. And so many people in the live chat are like, yeah, girl, blah, 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 stuff along those lines. Then I saw very few comments within the live chat of people realizing that, like, this attitude is so unnecessary. So unnecessary. So I was happy to see that if it doesn't apply, let it fly comment from one of her moderators and this other one. And both of the people that I saw say these things are women. And I don't think that's ironic, it's because as a woman, you don't have the same, you're not caught in the same, like, you don't have the same view of her as the men that are watching do. You don't have that aspect of your appreciation of her channel, which is like, I'm appreciating her because she's beautiful, right? You don't have that, so you have less of that skin in the game to make you feel caught up and not objective about stuff. But okay, let's finish this. This is crazy. This is such I mean, it's a pretty short clip, and I've been here for like ever. I know I talk too much.
No, a grown man that has money is not counting my coins. You're acting like your pussy is bleeding.
Pause. A grown woman who's 40 and has confidence in herself does not respond this way to someone. You're acting like you're, I don't swear like that anymore, like your is in a bunch. So yeah. But you see, anyway, let's move on.
Your pussy is bleeding in the streets. Get off my phone, dumbass.
Right. Because you're such a smarty pants, right? Because you're such a smarty pants. I'm just like, girl, you needed to let that out, didn't you? Do you feel better now? So I understand how she feels. I understand the level of hate she's feeling, because I have that. I definitely have that. And when I'm talking to my fiance and we're having a debate, like, my fiance is very cool. He's very cool, and I get more heated up. And he often teases me when we're having conversations like that and I'm getting heated up in the debate. Like, he always says to me, don't cry. We're not crying here. We're just talking. And I'm just like, or I'm like, I'm not crying. I'm just saying. And I was like, no, you are. I'm not literally like crying. But the point is just that, like, it's like, girl, you're getting like real emotionally involved when we're just talking. So this is what it makes me think of. It's like, girl, you really need to calm down, just like I do. So I see it. Game recognize game. Red eyes recognize red eyes. This chick has red eyes. Lol. She thinks she's so fancy. Ah, she thinks she fancy. I know because I'm very similar. I think I'm cool after I act out of pocket like that. You're not cool. You need to grow up. You're 40 years old, ma'am. Grow up.
These ninjas, they just weak-minded. You're broke, dusty. That's why you want to say, you counting my coins. It's like the guy who talk about a woman's looks. Your pussy is bust open for the world to see. You're going to come up here with your pookie.
So what? Now you're disrespecting his appearance and you're telling him that what? Because of who he is, he can't have intelligence and things to say and blah blah blah. So now you're above him. Earlier you said that he was above people and other people were below him because they needed help and he doesn't. And now what are you acting like? Aren't you acting the same way? Aren't you acting the same way now? Aren't you belittling him too? Well, he belittled me first. Ah, so you're taking the lower ground, I see. Nice. You're taking the lower road. That's what I actually meant to say. You're taking the lower road. Yeah. I'm not done. I'm gonna watch a few more minutes after at the end of the clip, and then I'll be done.
He couldn't even formulate a sentence. And you want to say, I'm pandering?
What does him not being able to formulate a sentence have to do with him saying that you're pandering? What's the logic there? You think that he's pandering to the illiterate or something? But I don't think that he couldn't form a sentence. I feel like he formed sentences. Yeah. Right now she's just being all up in her feelings. She's offended and everything, and she's just being unnecessary, and it's just childish, and it's a train wreck. Play.
And I'm not even upset at that. It's so low. It's like someone said, what's the other one? A chameleon. Oh, that used to be the one. And I'm just thinking, did these people not pass second grade?
You're not even upset at that? Girl, who are you fooling? Who do you think you're fooling? You're not upset. What is this nonsense? I'm not even upset at that. Yes, you are. Don't be disingenuous. Be genuous now. Telling him that he's being disingenuous. You think you're being genuous, my friend. You're not even close to being genuous. You're not upset at that? I keep using genuous like it's a real word. You're very upset. I don't know anyone who is not upset and looks like that. I've never seen not upset look like that. So I think you're upset.
Like, where are they from? Who think like this? I'm sorry your pockets are so dry, you have to count mine. I'm sorry you have nothing to offer the world. You don't want nobody else to give.
What, you think he has nothing to offer the world? Like, you're really saying all these things about this person? How are you going to come to anyone's help when this is still what's inside of your heart? That's the thing. You still have this bitterness inside of your heart in response to people not loving everything you have to say and do. How? But I'm not even going to say that. Of course you can help. You can help. You can, and you have, okay? You can and you have. You can and you have, okay? I see your calling. I see that your calling is doing things, okay? Okay? Because honestly, that's what it feels like. It's like if you don't make her feel like her calling is the most important calling that this world has ever seen in terms of callings, then she's gonna go off like that. Like, jeez. But yeah, it's like you seem to be going completely against what you're saying. You know what your calling is. Saying you don't have anything to offer the world and everything. Where's your recognition of the vulnerability that's underlying all of the things that he's saying and thinking? There's no recognition of that. There's no awareness of that. You should have that recognition if you're gonna help people. But the thing is, I don't even think necessarily that she doesn't have the recognition. It's just that for the time being, her ego is higher than other people's vulnerability.
You have nothing to give in this world. Other than being another broke, dusty Pookie.
Yeah. I was saying earlier that she's kind of like on par with Cynthia G, right? Yeah, that is a classic thing that Cynthia G would say. And I had left comments on Cynthia G's channel saying things along the lines of just like, that was a very unnecessary way of reacting to your caller right there. Like, you didn't need to be so rude in speaking with him. Like, even if you're right, you really didn't need to say it like that. You really didn't need to have that approach, But it's like, all I get from these women is they're so full of their own power. They're so full of their own power. They're going unchecked. No one is telling them, you don't need to act like that. Everyone is just validating them. You're great, sweetie. You're great. Oh my God, you're so inspiring. Gosh, I wish I was like you. And so they're just like, oh, well, I'm doing the right thing. I'm acting right. You're not. That's not how you act. Like, you have your channel and everything. You're building your own thing, but your behavior is not exemplary. It's very poor. And I remember, and this is in a video that I did, the last video that I uploaded, I was speaking about how I parted ways with my narcissistic boss, and I had a phone call with her where I was just so pissed off at her. I was so pissed off, and I was like talking to her like real loud, real blah 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 blah. And I had told my fiance about it, and he told me that, I understand where you're coming from in terms of the things that you said, but your behavior in terms of the way that you yelled at her and everything, that wasn't right of you to do. And I really appreciate the fact that he was real with me about that, because you need to have people to remind you that it's not because you can do something that you should do something. It's not because you have this power and charisma and influence and you have all these emotions that you should let them out like that. It's a very poor example to people. And it's just what upsets me that she has this platform and she's giving advice to people, and she rarely lets other people, kind of like give their perspective in terms of how they think things should be done. She thinks that she's found the holy grail and this is the only way it should be done because she reads psychology books and watches psychology channels. It's like, other people can do that too. Like, relax. But she doesn't realize her own hypocrisy in certain situations. And yeah, and for me, it's like the corruption of power, and maybe she's not meaning it that way, but she should be aware of it, that her power is corrupt in areas.
Saying ninja and acting a fool. You're too old. You're too old.
Yes, and you're too old to be interrupting people as they're trying to respond to you. You're too old to be throwing around your power to make yourself feel more secure in a situation that you feel belittled in. You're too old for that. You're much too old for that. So don't tell him he's too old for this when you're too old for that, but you did it anyway. You did it anyway.
I'm gonna count my coins.
Shut up about that already.
You can't even count.
Move on. Sad girl. Very sad.
Hi, Bo.
Hello, you can hear me?
Hi.
Okay, I cannot hear you.
And you see what annoys me even more is though the way that she's switching to this next person. It's all part of this thing of like, she's still very much high in her power, she's wanting to impress people, because there's something very narcissistic about this being in your power like that. And I recognize that I have that too, and this is something that I do as well when I'm in that phase. It's like, you're so high off of that power, you're going to come at the next person still with that that frantic kind of neurotic kind of power, without having the break in between of recognizing that the humility in between to recognize that, whoa, I shouldn't have acted like that. I'm sorry for how I acted. Let's come from a more chilled place, because she's still very tense here. She's still very tense. The energy is just, it's not pleasant. It's really not pleasant.
You want to call back in?
unmute.
All right.
Mute.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Hold on.
All right, call back in, boo. Call right back in. Yeah, guys. People be on this phone playing.
People be on this phone playing. Right. Great.
I love it though.
Oh my. So you see, yeah, I love it though. I think this is what I was waiting for, right? So, yeah, that's all a part of that whole thing. High off your power. High off of it. No humility. I don't know what is humble about that at all. Nothing. Absolutely nothing about it is. She thinks she's so cool. She thinks she's so right. She thinks she's so right. Ugh. Anyway, I think I've made my point more than enough in this ridiculously long video. I'm gonna end it there. I thank you for taking the time to watch until the end. Wow, this is 1 hour and 31 minutes. Like, I'm literally shocked at the length of this video. I'm literally shocked. Oh my. Thank you so much for watching. There's a cat in heat outside that I can hear. It sounds like a baby. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely, lovely day. And please let me know. Let me know if I need to calm down. Right? Yeah. Have a nice day. Bye.